Hey guys, Brendan with the Whack here, back for day 2 of our 3-day workout split. Today is going to be pull day, so it's back, biceps, and a little bit of core involved at the end. All we're going to need for this one is a little bit of space, a towel, and a bag that we can put some weight in. If you have dumbbells, you can use those, but you don't really need anything besides a couple things that you can find around the house. So with that, let's get started. Our first exercise is going to be a scapular retraction push up. So I know what you're thinking, push ups on a pull day, but bear with me. So what we're going to do here, go into basically an elbow plank. We're going to let our shoulder blades come back as our body drops down, and then we're going to press through the forearms and pull those shoulder blades apart. Okay, so we're going to go for 2 rounds of 12 to 15 reps with about 30 seconds rest in between. Let's show you how to do these. So like I mentioned, going down into that elbow plank, we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together, bringing our body down, and then press up, squeezing those shoulder blades out. Like that. So that's going to be pulling on the rhomboids, working kind of our mid to low traps as well, and just building up the stabilization of our shoulders. So that will be kind of our first active warm-up for this workout. Again, going 2 sets, 12 to 15 reps, about 30 seconds rest in between. So our second exercise is going to be the floor body saw. For this one, you're going to need a slick floor, or if you're on carpet, take some Tupperware lids or some paper plates and use those like sliders. So for the hardwood, we're going to take our shoes off for this one. We're going back down into that elbow plank, and what we're going to do here, if I'm standing up, I'm basically going to be pushing through my elbows, bringing my body back, and then squeezing my lats to bring myself forward in that plank position. So let's show you how that's going to look. So bridging up into that plank, we're pushing back and pulling forward. This is sort of simulating like a lat pull down with a closer grip, but you're really going to feel this one in your core as you extend back, and then in those lats as we pull forward. So we're going for about 3 sets. We're going 8 to 10 reps here with a little bit longer rest in between, about 45 to 60 seconds of rest. Our third exercise here, we're going to be doing a towel Superman pull down. So all you need, basically just a hand towel and some open floor space. What we're going to be doing is going down prone, so on our stomach. We're going to be all in one motion here, bringing that towel up over our head, lifting our legs off the ground, keeping that core engaged, and then pulling this towel down, squeezing that upper back, pressing it back up, and coming down. So let's show you that in actual motion here, going down to the ground. So we're going to start arms straight out, towel nice and tight. We're going to lift those legs up and our hands all in one motion. Squeeze that towel down behind the neck, press it back up, and bring it down. So with this one, you'll notice that as we're going down, we're keeping that towel nice and tight, and as we come up, we're not bringing the hands together and letting that towel sag, keeping that towel nice and tight the whole time. It's going to keep some active tension on those stabilizing muscles, keep our muscles activated throughout the entire range of motion. With the towel Superman pull downs, we're going for about 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps, giving ourselves about 45 to 60 seconds of rest in between each set. Our next exercise is going to be the back widow. So we're going to go down onto the ground, extend the feet out nice and straight. Our arms are going to be about 45-degree angle when we're on the ground. What we're going to do, simply pressing through the elbows, bringing our back up and squeezing, again, squeezing that mid upper back with each repetition as we come up. We're going to go for about 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps, and again, going about 45, 60 seconds of rest here. Let's show you how this one's done. Coming down onto the mat, extending those feet straight out again. Lay back down, arms 45 degrees. We're going to keep our head down to start this. We're going to breathe out as we bring our body up. So again, press through those elbows, squeeze that upper back, keeping those hands right over the elbow, nice and slow on the way down. Breathing out, breathing in. Like that. So again, squeezing the upper back, really making sure we're actively using our mind-muscle connection to get the best contraction we can there. Next up, we have a single arm back row. So again, fill this bag up with anything heavy, textbooks, water bottles, that sort of thing. We're going to go into a split squat stance here. So one leg out in front of the other. If I have my left leg out front, we're going to be rowing with the right side. The hand's going to go on the hips, close to that knee, anywhere comfortable to help you get a nice sturdy foundation. We're going to hinge forward, let that bag come down to the ground, and then all in one motion, we're breathing out, pulling back and in with the elbow. Breathing in on the way down, out as we pull up. Again, this is going to be focusing on driving that elbow backwards and in, squeezing the lats as best as we can. We're going for about 3 sets here. If you can get that back nice and heavy, we're going to go for 8 to 10. If weight is a problem with the bag, then let's go a little bit higher. We're going to go 12 to 15 reps here. Rest time is going to be between 30 and 45 seconds. Since this is a unilateral movement where we're just doing one side at a time, we can kind of reduce the rest time because the side that's not doing the work is going to be resting while the other side is active. So we finished up our back exercises. Now we're going to go into biceps. We're just going to do one exercise with a couple different grips to hit the different heads of the bicep. First one we're going to do, underhand grip. We're going to have that towel right under the knees. We're going to start off kind of in the end position of a V-sit, and we're going to squeeze our arms, our biceps, bringing our legs up to our chest, using our body's weight here as resistance rather than using weights. Extend those legs out, nice and slow, keep control in the arms. We want to use the concentric and eccentric parts of this exercise to get the best contraction here. So nice and slow on the way down. Squeeze those arms, bringing that towel up to the chest, bringing the knees up to the chest, and then pressing through the legs, bringing it back down. So our 2 grips, we're going to go underhand on that first set like I just did, and then we're going to switch it on our second set and go overhand. This one's going to help work our brachioradialis, working on our grip strength a little bit more, as well as kind of the outer part of the bicep or the long head. So we're going 2 sets here, one underhand, one overhand, going about 12 to 15 reps each side, and we're going to do about 30-45 seconds of rest there. And for our core finisher here, we're going to do an oblique dip. So all we need here is that bag again. You can use a laundry basket, backpack, anything you've got. We're going to load that up with some weight. Bring our feet right under our knees right under the hips. We want everything to kind of be in alignment here. The hand's going to go on the hips, and if I'm holding that weight with my right hand, I'm going to be pushing my hips out to the left, keeping my spine nice and straight, and then squeezing the obliques to bring us up rather than just pulling up and then standing straight, okay? So keep that arm nice and straight with the resistance in it, press out with the hips, and then actively use that mind-muscle connection again, squeeze our obliques, our serratus, to bring us back up to that neutral position. We're going to go 3 rounds here, 15 reps, a little bit higher reps, and we're going to do about 20 to 30 seconds rest at the end of each set. And that's it, guys. So as you can see, we don't really need a lot of crazy equipment to get a good back workout in, but it is nice to have that variety as an option. So all we needed today was a bag and a towel, and we're good to go. I hope you guys like this workout. Let me know if you give it a shot and what you think about it, which ones are the hardest, which ones are the easiest, and be on the lookout for that leg day coming up in the next couple days. But that's about it. Thanks for watching, and have a great workout.